Your heart is pounding, your palms are wet, your chest is tight, and your thoughts are moving too fast to catch. And all you did was open your email. Something about the subject line felt wrong. Or your boss walked past without saying hello. Or you saw a notification you weren't expecting. And now your entire nervous system is screaming like you are about to die. Here's the thing. Part of your brain genuinely believes you are. Not metaphorically, not as an expression. There is a structure deep inside your skull, roughly the size and shape of an almond, that has been running the same threat detection software for approximately 300 million years. It doesn't know what email is. It doesn't know what a performance review is. It doesn't know what social rejection or financial stress or a global pandemic means in any modern sense. It only knows one thing. Danger is near. React now. Ask questions never. That structure is your amygdala, and understanding it might be the most useful thing you ever do. To understand why your brain works the way it does, you have to go back. Not a few hundred years, not a few thousand, much further than that. You have to go back to a version of your ancestor that wasn't human, wasn't even close to human, and lived a life so precarious that every single second carried a genuine possibility of being killed and eaten. This is the world your nervous system was built for. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades mapping the amygdala, and what he found fundamentally changed how scientists understand fear. The amygdala, he discovered, doesn't wait for your conscious mind to weigh in. It fires first. Before you finished processing what you saw, before language forms, before logic applies, the amygdala has already sent a full emergency signal through your body. He called this the low road, a fast, rough automatic pathway that prioritizes speed over accuracy. Because in the ancient world, accuracy was a luxury you couldn't afford. Picture your ancestor, not Homo sapiens yet. Something earlier. Small, soft, slow by predator standards, living in open grassland. No claws worth mentioning. No real armor. Surrounded by things that could and regularly did end its life in seconds. Now picture two versions of this ancestor. The first one is careful. It hears a rustle in the tall grass and pauses. It thinks it through. It considers whether the sound is wind or predator. It waits for more information before reacting. Sometimes it's right and nothing was there, but occasionally it's wrong. And when it's wrong, it doesn't survive to pass anything on. The second ancestor doesn't think. It hears the rustle and it runs. Immediately, without deliberation. Sometimes nothing was there. It ran for no reason. It felt foolish, if it felt anything at all. But it lived. It lived long enough to have children. Those children inherited the same hair-trigger threat response. And those children had children. And eventually, after millions of years of this same pressure, those children became you. You are the descendant of the one who ran. This is what evolutionary biologist Daniel Dennett calls the asymmetry of survival. The cost of a false alarm, running when there was no threat, is embarrassment and a little wasted energy. The cost of a missed alarm, staying calm when there was a threat, is death. When those are your two options, natural selection does not produce caution. It produces panic, and it produced it in you. Here's where it gets strange. Your amygdala cannot tell the difference between a lion and an angry email. This isn't a figure of speech. It is a literal neurological reality. When your brain detects what it categorizes as a social threat, an embarrassing situation, a possible rejection, a perceived loss of status, it activates the same stress cascade it evolved to handle physical predation. Your cortisol spikes, your heart rate jumps, blood rushes toward your large muscles, your digestion slows, your immune response dials back. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thought and planning, essentially goes offline. All of that happens because someone didn't like your idea in a meeting. Your body prepared you to fight or run from a threat that doesn't require either. Psychologist Lisa Feldman Barrett has spent years challenging the old model of emotions as hardwired categories, and her research points to something even more unsettling. Your brain, she argues, is not a passive reactor to the world. It is a prediction machine, constantly running forward simulations based on past experience. And when it detects something that resembles a past threat, even loosely, it doesn't wait for confirmation. It preloads the threat response. You feel it before you even consciously registered the trigger. This is why you can walk into a room and feel something is wrong before you can explain why. This is why a tone of voice can make your stomach drop before your mind has